Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Today, I'm going to talk about something pretty heavy. We know it's the end of 2024. It's also Christmas Eve. And I turn on YouTube, and if you are active on social media, you get bombarded with all the designed media to get us frustrated, distracted, and upset. It's all designed to do that. Um, this is a message to encourage Black people because I saw, you see a lot as a Black person, and I'm very much in the public, and I can see certain, especially men asserting certain behaviors towards you now. They feel free enough and emboldened enough to do certain things or to be condescending or talking down to you. And as far as we've come with civil rights and believing in ourselves and doing what we thought was the right thing to do, here all this rears its ugly head up again. It's not like we didn't know it was still there, but now it's at a point where it's free to do whatever. And a lot of our concerns, and I'm not going to say fears, um, concerns are when this man takes office. What's he going to do? Because signs are pointing towards, um, you know, certain segments want to feel superior and degrade. Why they keep coming at Black America, I don't know. I don't know. Um, for the population of Black America to be at 12 to 13% of the entire population, there seems to be a whole lot of concern. Like it's occupying a lot of people's minds all the time, largely unprovoked, but you get mad surfacely, but you realize there are a lot of sick people out in the world, but there are a lot of good people too. But at this part in the of this time, it's kind of hard to see the both, but instinctually, you know, um, the games and uh, just the all-out games trying to demean and devalue you. Um, they've always tried to devalue our existence. Racism has. I'm not saying white people. I'm saying racism has always sought to demean and devalue. And when I say I'm saying racism, it's not specific to one group or another. As we know, the world was fed propaganda about Black America, and they believe it. They believe it. So what's it like being on that small minority of the population, but so much hatred directed towards? And a lot of people, let me say, the majority have always lived in somewhat of uh, a protective bubble when it came to functioning in society and um, being kept safe and um, being able to own their space wherever they were. Wherever they stepped, they didn't have to go or do or feel apprehensive like Black Americans do. So, um, I was watching a pastor online who said when he was speaking about, you know, he was a white man speaking in a white church, and he said he's so tired of the racist ideologies or acting like black people ask too much. And like he said, if you've caused people pain, why do you think you can just say get over it and it's over? Everybody is human beings, and we are here by divine order. So I don't understand why one group can think it's okay to come against something that God created too, for no reason other than skin. I get that people want to deflect from the fear of their own reality, but other people are not the reason why certain people don't make it or don't have enough or struggling. It's not because somebody took my job or this or that. I felt it, a little bit, um, because we have a lot of undocumented people here. And some points, it does anger you that possibly they're taking your job, but then when you really look at it, they're really not. But, you know, it's easy to deflect and blame either because your life is crazy or you're just plain bored because you just have everything and you're just plain bored. So it feels justifiable to go out and attack people who don't have as much as you and judge them. They didn't do the right thing. They didn't have the resources or lived the life you did. And there's people that break out of it. I don't, at this point in the juncture, I don't know if that's even true. Does anybody even ever break out? I don't know. All I know is I grew up believing that the church and God and you were going to be okay if you just went to church and you always did the right thing. But even when you're doing the right thing, you still get attacked. Even when you're doing the right thing. And some people want to completely wipe out the black race, but it's not going to solve your problem. It is not going to solve your problem. Because what you're going to do, even if we all decide when this next presidency comes in and, in Amistad, when they jumped on the side, off the side of the ship, yeah, you're more likely going to have that because nobody's going to live through that again. Nobody. And we got a side that we, half the time you wonder if they're on that same side too, because it seems like the Democrats are so ineffective. Ineffective. Yet the media is designed to hype us up, get us frustrated, keep us divided so that we don't see what's going on. You hate black people so much that you would risk living in fascism for it. Do you know how crazy that is? And then when you finally wake up and realize we weren't the problem, you're going to hate yourself, but you're going to be stuck in this oligarchy where rich people don't care about you. They don't care. They're too busy living in fear of losing what they have to care about anybody. That's why you see the greed of always trying to attain more and more and more. Because they're not happy. Money is not our happiness. Yes, capitalism is a great idea. A democracy is a wonderful idea. But everything has gone so in greed zone. People holler about the moral code is broken. So is greed has destroyed everything. You can't even get great health care And you see what happened to that CEO. People are at the breaking point. And then all of a sudden, CNN puts out this thing what that guy, the shooter of the CEO, is going to go through in prison. But you couldn't put it out there when what people go through in prison, you couldn't put it out there when school shootings happen. You can't do it when crime is through the roof. But you can do it when CEOs are scared now or when the rich people are scared. And you probably should be scared. Because if life gets any worse, and people start to wake up, oh yeah, it's not them, it's what's been fed to us to believe. You've been manipulated. We all have been. All have been manipulated on both sides. So what are we doing? You're gonna start seeing weird, bizarre stuff because nobody's gonna want to live in this. At least before, you had a hope of becoming rich. You had a hope of there's something other than what's going on. But when we finally realize, we look at billionaires and they're so freaking miserable that all they do is sit around to think of ways to make it hard on lower income people. What the hell? What is wrong with y'all? Always just fear, 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 fear. All in the news all the time. It's the worst thing that's ever happened. There is no foundation to stand on, it feels like. No moral foundation to stand on because morals are getting thrown out the window with why just stop. Everybody just stop. You know, it's out of control because you can't stop because you can't accept you. So in an avoidance of accepting you, you devour everything around you. And that plagues billionaires and poor people. Devour. Stop acting like everybody owes you your happiness. You owe yourself your happiness. It's not everybody's responsibility because even if they try, it will never be enough. Will never be enough. It's just really, really sick and sad. Black people getting attacked, Social Security getting attacked, of people that paid into it their entire life. Medicare, Medicaid, basic human rights, health care, basic. So not only the fear that you've been instilling in people of middle class and lower middle class, as far as wealth wise, the fear you keep instilling in us, y'all need to be afraid too. Y'all need to be afraid too. Because I tell you, when people start to wake up, it's going to get real. That they have been bamboozled. They've been lied to. Been lied to. For what reason? Why can't people just let another person live their damn life and mind your own damn life and make it what you want? But you can't do that because you're so miserable about yourself that you have to deflect and jump in somebody else's business or somebody else's life or somebody else's country or just stop. Now you hear on the news, I want to make 51 states. I want to conquer Panama Canal and all this other stuff. What is the hell is wrong with you? You 78 years old and eating McDonald's. How long do you think you're going to last? And the stress you're trying to cause everybody else, the stress is going to come back to you. That's the one thing I will never have to doubt, ever, is karma. Because karma is real and it doesn't recognize color. Does not recognize color. It recognizes energy. Because when it pays, it pays. And we may not see it. It may not be advertised on this media who wants to control the narrative in our brains. I know we're all scared. We're all scared. But this is a mind control issue. It is a mind control issue. If anything that we've learned to date is that the mind controls. Realities shift. Realities change. Your reality changes with your mind. So when they talk about this is going to be, wars or whatever, joining together, banding together against a common enemy. But I'm telling you, until you conquer your own and shift your mind away from what's trying to come at you and stand on a foundation of what you have determined to believe. I can't control that person over there, but I can control me. I can control what goes in my mind, what I play around in my mind, and I can eliminate that. My mind, the power of the mind. This is not only a party fighting each other, it is a personal fight over your own mind. So I want you to realize that. Don't be afraid to sit with yourself. Don't be. Because that's what it's going to take to get through this. We don't know what reality will be. But we can own the space that we stand on. Every footstep that we make, we own it. And walk without fear. And trust that the best will always happen for you. When you talk to yourself, say the best always happens for me. I am safe. The best always happens for me. I am safe. The best always happens for me. I am safe. It's going to be the power of the mind to overcome. No matter what the headlines are tomorrow, no matter what happens tomorrow, It's going to be an individual fight first. Then there may not even have to be a collective fight. But this is an individual fight. It's an individual fight. And that's all I have for today. I hope this really resonates with someone, because I was getting anxious. I was having panic attacks, and I couldn't understand why. I've tried to live my life to be a good person. Why? What is the point? But again, it's an individual fight. Sometimes you got to put down what's being preached in a pulpit that isn't from a true man of God. You have to question that too. Man isn't our God. It's time to get close to the one and only God. Your individual journey to Him. Yours. Nobody else comes between you and His love for you or Him. Depending on what you believe or what you know is true within your heart, God is there, and I believe He's real. But that's just mine. But other people believe other things, and I happen to believe it's true too. But whatever journey you're on, you're going to have to figure out your own foundation of how you move, integrate into this world. What you will take and what you won't take. What you will risk and what you will risk and what you won't risk. Individual. Have a good night. Good will come.